Hello everyone, I am Shweta and welcome to my channel Analytics by Shweta. In today's video, we will learn how to create Excel formulas using ChatGPT. So let's look ahead. Let's look at our first example. We have birth dates given over here and we want the age of the person in years. So let's go to ChatGPT. We write our prompt over here. So we have written that we have in column A the date of birth and we want the age of the person in column B. Let us wait and we see we get a formula over here plus the explanation. Let us just copy the formula. Let us go here and paste it. And now if you see we have got the age of the person in years using the date if function. Let's look at the next example. We have a start date and an end date, and we want the time period between these two dates in years, months, and days. Let's see how to achieve this. So we write our prompt. We have written that we have start date in column A and end date in column B. And we want the time period between these two dates in year, month, and days. Let's see what we give. You see, we have a formula given over here plus the explanation of the formula. Let us just copy this formula. Let us go here and paste it. If you see, we get the answer in years, months, and days. Let's look at one more example. In this example, we have start date and end date once again, but we do not have the end dates for each record. What we want is, if there is an end date, then we want the difference or the time period between the start date and the end date. And if the end date is blank, we want the time period between the start date and today's date. So let's see how to calculate this tenure. We use our prompt where we have said we have start date in column A and end date in column B. And all rows do not have an end date. If the row has an end date, then give the time period between the start date and the end date. Else give me the time period between the start date and today. Let's also write, please give the formula in years, month, and days. Let's see. So it has given us this formula where we can calculate the difference between the start date and end date or else today's date. Let us copy this formula. Let us go here and paste it and just drag it. If you see here 12th April to 12th April, it gives 1 year, 0 days and 0 months and 0 days. If we delete it, it shows from 12th April 2018 till today's date. So it is giving the time period between the start date and the end date or between the start date and today's date. Let's look at our next example. We have the first name and the last name and we want to combine them into a full name, and the first name and the last name should be separated by a space. Let us write our prompt. We have written we want to combine the names with a space. And let's see. So it has given us one formula. What if you want some other formula? So you can also write, please give alternate formula. If you feel this formula is not suitable for you, you can always ask for a new formula. So let's just select this formula over here and paste it. So if you see, we get the first name and the last name combined together and separated by a space. Let us also check the other formula. Let us go here and let us select the second formula and paste it. So if you see, we get the same answer. So you can select formulas as per your requirement, but remember, some formulas work only in the recent versions of Excel. For example, text join is one such formula which does not work in much older versions of Excel, but this formula will work in all versions of Excel. Let's look at our next example. Here we have the full name and we want to split the names, that is first name and last name, in two separate columns. Let's see how we can achieve this. So we put our prompt where we have said we have full names in column A. It has the first name and the last name, and we want to split the names into first name in column B and last name in column C. Please give multiple formula variants. So here we are asking not just one formula but different formulas. So if you see, it has given us one formula for first name and last name. It has given another variant of formula. It has given a third variant. So you can use any of the formulas which is required. So let's select the first variant. I go here and I say OK. If you see, I get the first names. Let's copy the last name and let's put it here. You see, we get the first name and last name separated. So you can check any of the other formula variants. So let's try this also. This is the formula variant 2 for the first name. I have copied it and I have pasted it. So you see, this formula is different and this formula is different, but it gives us the same answers. So you can try out the formulas and see which is best suited for you. Let's look at the next example. We have the first name over here and we want the names in lowercase and uppercase. So let's see how to achieve this. So you put your prompt where you say you have full names in column A. It has first names and last names. And you want the full names in lowercase in column B and uppercase in column C. So let's see. For lowercase, it has given me this formula, and for uppercase, it has given me this formula. Let's try them out. Lowercase. You see, all the names are in lowercase. And let's also copy the uppercase. You go here and all the names are in uppercase. So what we have done is we have converted this name into lowercase and uppercase using the lower and the upper formula. Let's look at our next example. If you see, we have names given over here, but if you see, we have certain special characters also in each of the names. We want the names to be represented, but without these special characters. So let's see how to achieve this. So this is my prompt. I have said I have names in column A. However, the names have special characters like these. And I want to remove these and have only my names in column B. So let's see. We get one formula here. We get another formula here. We also get a different formula here. Let's try them out. Let's try the first formula. It's working completely. Let's try the second formula. Let us do this. And it's working. All the special characters are removed, just the names are remaining. So you can try the rest of the formulas or you can ask for different variants. So this is how you remove special characters. So you can give ChatGPT any more characters if you have some additional special characters. I have included all the special characters which are there on a computer keyboard. But you can also add certain signs or symbols and see how you can remove those from the names. Let's look at our next example. If you see, I have names over here, but there are certain numbers in between the names. I want just the alphabets to be returned and the numbers to be removed from it. So let's see how to achieve this. So let's put our prompt. I have said I have values in column A which consists of alphabets and numbers. Give me a formula to extract just the numbers in column B. So you can extract just the numbers or just the alphabets. We'll see both variants. So I have done. Okay. We get a formula. Let us just copy this formula. Let us paste it. If you see, it is returning us just the numbers. What if you want to extract the alphabet and not the numbers? So just the alphabets. Let's see how to do this. We paste in our prompt and instead of numbers, we write alphabets. And let's get our formula. It has also given me an alternate formula. So let's just select the first one and go here. It's not working. So let's try out the second formula. And this one is working. So it may happen that your formula is not working. So I think is letter is something which may not be in my Excel version. So that is why I always ask for multiple variants of your formula. Certain formula works in certain versions of Excel. So let's just write about the is letter. Let's find out more about this. So is letter is not working. Please give alternate formula. So let's see what it gives. Let's try this formula. And if you see, this new one works. I'm not so sure if his letter is a formula. ChatGPT says it's not a valid, but you need to check out each of this and see how it works. Also, when you're copying the formulas, look at the cell reference. Sometimes it may show A1 instead of the cell which you want it to refer to. So that also can be a case why your formulas don't work. In our case, it is working perfectly. So let's look at our next example. We have an email ID over here and we want, for example, mark@companytest.com. So we want just company test. That is the text between @ and .com. That text to be returned. So in the first, we want company test to be returned. In the second, we want sample company to be returned. So the data between @ and .com. So let's see how to achieve this. So I have put in my prompt. I have said I have an email ID like mark@companytest.com in cell A2. I want to extract the value between @ and .com. Please give formula. So let's see. It has given me one formula. Let's also write please give alternate formula. Let's check out both these. So let's first copy the first formula and paste it. So it is returning us the data between @ and .com. Let's also try the second variant, which is the text before. Let us just copy this and drag it down. So we get the same answer. So let's look at our next example. So here we want the word and the length of the word excluding the spaces. So that is If you see here, good, then space, then morning, then space, then hi. I want the length of the entire word, but I want to exclude the spaces. So let's see how we can achieve this. So let's put our prompt. I have word in cell A2 to A4. Some have spaces in them. Calculate the total number of characters, excluding spaces for each word. So let's see what we get. Let us just copy this. Let us paste it. Let us verify our results. So HELLO 5. Let's do 1A. And if you see, it has taken 5 alphabets of hello plus 1 of A, and it is giving me 6. Let us write B, C, D. So this formula is working completely well. It is counting the length of these characters and it is not including the spaces. Next is we want to find out the word count. That is how many words are there in this particular sentence. Let's see how to achieve this. So I write my prompt that I have words in cell A2 to A4, some have spaces between them. Calculate the total number of words in each cell. So we want the words and not the characters. So let us see the formula and the explanation of the formula. And it is saying if it says hello world today, it gives you 3 words. So let's see if it's working. I copy this formula. I go here and I paste it. It says 3, it says 3, and it says 2. So let's write good morning, India, hello. So if you see, I have written 4 words over here and it has given me 4. So it is counting the words. So we can count the characters or we can count the words. So let's look at our next example. We have data for certain departments and certain regions. These are the headcount details and we want the sum across each row. So let's see how to achieve this. So let me put my prompt. So I have said I have headcount details of 4 regions for various departments. The columns are the regions and the rows are the various departments. So if you see, the rows are the departments and the columns are the regions. And I want to sum the values of all the regions for each department. So let's see what we get. So let us just copy this and paste it. So if you see, it is giving us the sum for each row across the various regions. So this is how you get a sum. So you can also find out averages or the maximum value, anything. You just need to put your prompt accordingly. Let's look at our next example. I have certain categories over here and the sales for each of these categories. I want the maximum sales and then I want which category has that maximum sales. So let's see how to achieve this. So I put in my prompt where I say in category is in column A and sales is in column B. My sales values are from row B2 to B7. So if you see, we have category in the first column and sales in the second column, and B2 to B7 is our sales value. And next we have said, I want the maximum sales in cell B9 and in B10, I want the category with that corresponding maximum sales. So let's see. So here it is writing your data setup. Always give more context to how your data is structured. It will help you get better formulas. So for getting the maximum value, it has given us this formula. So let's go here and paste it. So if you see, it has given us the maximum sales value. Let us put some different value. If you see, now the value has changed. Now for the next portion, that is the maximum sales category. Let's see what formula it has given. It has given us this value. So let us just copy this formula and let us paste it. So if you see, 4,500 is electronics, which is the maximum sales category. Let us try something else. Let us put 8,000 in stationery. So this formula is working perfectly. Let's look at our next example. We have certain values separated by comma over here, and we want the data to be represented in 4 separate columns rather than one cell and comma separated. So let's see how to achieve this. So I put in my prompt. I said I have comma separated values in column A, name, age, location, and sales. Give me a formula to split the data into 4 separate columns. Let's see what we get. It has given me text split A2. Let's copy this and let's put it here and let us just drag it down. So if you see, this value where everything is in one cell and separated by commas is split into 4 separate columns. So we have achieved what we want in this example. Let's look at our next example. We have sales here represented by comma. So these can be sales across multiple days, multiple regions, multiple departments. It doesn't matter, but these are different sales values. And we want to sum up all these comma separated values and get the answer. So let's see how we can achieve this. So we put our prompt. I have product names in column A and sales in column B. The sales in column B is a comma separated value list. I want to sum up all the values and return the answer in column C. So let's see what answer we get. It has given me 2 versions. So let's try the first version. I've copied it and I have pasted it. If you see here, 45 and 55 is 100. Let's add another 20 to it and then another 50 to it. So if you see, it is summing up perfectly. That is, this entire comma separated values is summed up. So this is how you can use comma separated values prompts. Always give your data how it is structured, your columns, your data values. The more information you give, the better it is. Else you will have to keep on corresponding with ChatGPT to get the perfect results. Now let's look at our next example. In this example, I have the products and the region details and the sales details. What I want to do is find out the average sales for each of these products, and if the average is greater than 60, then give me level A. If the average is less than 60, then give me level B, and if it is equal to 60, then give me level C. And I want this level A, B, and C to be represented here. So let's see how we can achieve this. So let me put my prompt where I have said I have sales details of 4 regions for various departments. The columns are the regions and the rows are the various products. I want to average the values of all the regions for each product. If the average is greater than 60, then give me level A. If it is less than 60, then give me level B. And if it is equal to 60, then give me level C. Let's see. It is giving me, assuming how my data is laid, and it is giving me the formula over here. Let us copy this formula and just paste it. But if you see, it has given us A, B, C. I want level A, level B, level C. So let's ask it to do that. Instead of A, B, C. I want level A, level B, and level C. So let's just copy the formula and paste it. So you see, we get the answers of level A, level B, level C. We can cross-verify it. If you see this, the average of this is 62.5. So I have got level A. If I do this, the average is 50.75, that is less than 60. And it has given me level B. So in this way, you can cross-verify your data. Always cross-verify the formula answers which you get from ChatGPT. It may not always be right. So it is better to always double-check your answers. Let's look at our next example. We have the region in a drop down over here and we want the corresponding sales of that region. So let's see how to achieve this. So let's put in our prompt. I have two columns, region and column B sales. I have a cell E2 which has the region details. Whenever I select a region, I want the sales to be shown in cell G2. That is, I have said in this cell I have the value and I want the answer to be shown in this cell. That is the corresponding sales value. So let's see what is the answer. So it has given me the cell details and E2. No, this is F2 over here. So we can change it later on. I'll just put it and instead of E, that is this cell, it should refer this cell. So I change it to F2 and I get the answer. So in my prompt itself, I had given E2 instead of F2. So that is why it gave me the formula correctly. But I had to edit it because I know. Let us just change this to Europe and Europe shows the value 422. So let's look at our prompt once again. As I said, I have a cell E2 which has the region details, but actually my value was in cell F2. So that is why once I got the formula, I edited it. It has also given me an alternate formula, so you can check this formula also out. So let's look at our next example. So we have products drop down here and regions drop down here, and we want the corresponding answer. So let's see how to achieve this. So we put in our prompt where I have said I have sales details of 4 regions for various departments. The columns are regions from column B to E, that is B to E are the region columns, and A2 to A6 are the product, and in between I have the answer values. So that is what I have said. Then I have said I have a drop down of region in cell B9 and products A9. So that is I have a drop down in A9 and B9 over here and I want the answer over here. So let's see. So we have got our formula here. Let us copy this formula. Let us go here and paste it. Let us check. Product 1 for West region, it's 59. Let's change. Product 4 for West region, it is 75. Let's change it to South region. Product 4 and South is 65. So it is giving us the correct answers. So let's look at our next example. If you see, we have certain details of products and regions over here. And we want the last fill date. So if you see in the first row, the last fill is in East and the value is 88. So we want the value East to be returned here as the column header for the last fill value is East. Similarly, in this, the last filled value is for the West region. So we want the value West to be returned. So let's see how we can achieve this. So I have the sales regions, so 4 regions of different departments. The columns are the regions and the rows are the products. I want the last filled value and then return the column header of that column. So I have given the structure of my data over here, and then I said I want the column header of the last filled value. So let's see how to achieve this. So it has given me a formula. Let us just copy this and let us just paste it. So if you see, the last filled value is east and it has written me east. Here the last filled value is west. Here the last filled value is for south. Similarly here it's for north. So it is giving me the column header of the last filled value. So always remember to give your structure and give more context on what you want. The better you explain ChatGPT, the better your prompt is, the more better your answer will come. So let's look at our next example. This is a similar example, but here instead of the last fill, we want the last blank value, that header. For example, the last blank value is west column in the first product. So we want the west to be written. Here we want east to be written. So let's see how we can achieve this. So let's put our prompt where we have given the same structure of our details, how our rows and columns are structured, and I want the corresponding column header of the last blank value. Let's see, and let's just copy this and paste it. So it has given me the value of the last blank. If you see here, east is the last blank. So it has given me east. Here, west is the last blank. So it has given me west. So you can use to find the last fill or the last blank using these kind of prompts. In our next example, we have names of people along with their gender. We want to count the number of males and the number of females. Let's see how we can achieve this. So let's put in our prompt where we have given our structure of our data as column A is name and column B is gender, and where our cells are, that is A2 to B26 has your data, and you have two cells where you want male and female count to be shown. So let's see. So to count the males, so if you see, I have given my data how long it is, what is the range of my data, A2 to B26. So that is why in the formula also it is giving me the range. If I had not given the range, it would give me the entire B column. And it takes more of your processing time if you include more cells. So let's just copy the male and paste it. Let us also do the females and paste it. So male is 15 and female is 10. So let's verify it. Let us go and select male. You get 16 because it is the header. So male is only 15 plus the header, that is why the count is showing as 16 over here. So this data matches completely with the formula. So let's look at our next example. So here I have customer, region, category and sales. Then I have category in a drop down, and then I want the average sales for this particular category. So what I have done in my prompt is I have given the entire structure of my data, and I have also given this particular thing which I have given here where I am giving the drop down. And then I am asking it to give me the average sale. So let's look at it. So let's look at the prompt. So I have said I have 4 columns. I've given the structure of the column. I have said my data is up to row 33. I have a cell F2 which shows the category in a drop down. And when I select the category drop down, I want the average sales for that category to be shown. So let's see. And just copy this and paste it. So if you see, it is average over here. So it is taking average if it is taking this particular category and then it is matching with this. So it is seeing the entire C column up to 33 and then checking it against whether it matches this books over here. And once it matches the books, it says go to this column and give me the average sales. So this is the formula to calculate the average sales for a particular category. In this example, we have multiple categories over here and they are repeated across. I want a unique count of the categories. So let's see how to achieve this. So I put in my prompt. I have category in column A. They are repeated across the rows. I have data up to row 33. I want a unique count of category in cell E1. So let's see. Let us copy this. Let us go here and paste it. It has said 6 unique categories. So let's just check. We have total of 6. Let us write something test. And if you see, it has changed to 7. Let us do clothes. It has changed to 8. So this is how you find a unique count. We have data over here and we want a sorted list. So let's see how to achieve this. So let's put in our prompt that I have category in column A and I have values from A2 to A7. I want a sorted list in descending order. Please give formula. So let's just see the formula. It has given you the explanation of the formula. Let us just copy it and paste it. So if you see in descending order, it has given us the values. Descending means the latest alphabet is shown first. So T is the last one of the last ending alphabets in the alphabet scenario. So it is giving us this. Let us try something like ZZII. So if you see, that is coming because Z is the last alphabet. So it is sorting in a descending order. Let's look at our next example. We have data of customers, regions, category and sales. Whenever I select a particular category, I want the customers of that category to be shown here. So let's see how we can achieve this. So let's put in my prompt where I have said column A is customer, B is region. So I've basically given the structure of my data. I've said my data is up to row 33. And in F2, I enter a category. And when I enter it, all the values matching that category need to be shown. So let's see. Let us just copy this and let us paste it. So if you see, it is showing me all the customer details for kitchen. Let us change it to books. It is showing me all the customers for the books category. And so on, you can filter it accordingly. Let's look at our next example. We have certain sales over here for certain categories and we want to rank the sales in descending order. Let's see how we can achieve this. Let's put in our prompt. That is, we have category in column A and sales in column B, and we want to rank the sales in descending order. And if there is a tie, then do not skip rank. So let's see the formula. Let us copy this formula and paste it. If you see, both these values are the same, but one value is given as rank 1 and the next value is given as rank 2. So there are different variants of rank formulas when we can skip the rank, where the same value gets different ranks. If you want to learn more about ranking, then please see the video in the description box. It's a comprehensive video on rank and it can give you different variants and achieve different results. So let's look at our next example. We have data for countries and regions. What we want is if the region starts with an A, we want to highlight the entire row in a particular color. Let's see how we can achieve this. Let us put in our prompt where I have said I have columns, countries in column A and regions in column B. And if the region starts with an A, color the entire row blue. So let's see. So it has given me the steps. So let's follow the step. It says select your data range, then go to home, conditional formatting, new rule, and then use this particular option and then put your formula and then format. So let's do this. I have copied this particular formula. I am selecting my data range. In home, I go to conditional formatting, then I go to new rule. And then I select use a formula to determine which cells to format. And here I paste that formula from ChatGPT. Next in format, I go and I select the color, the font, whatever which I want. So I just want the color. So I'm selecting this color and then I say OK. So if you see, all the A's are highlighted in particular color. Let us put it A, B, C, D. And you see, this is also highlighted. So this is conditional formatting in Excel. Let's look at one more example. So we have the data of customer, regions, category, and sales. What we want in this example is we want the average sales. And then wherever the average sales and the sales, we compare. So if the sales is less than the average sales, we want the data to be highlighted. So let's see how we can achieve this. So let's put in our prompt. So we have said we have 4 columns. We have given the structure of the columns. We want the sales in G1 and we want the entire row to be highlighted in column D where sales is less than the average sales. So let's see. So first it's giving me a formula to calculate the average sales. So I copy this and I paste it. So it is giving me up to D33. It is remembering the previous prompts which I have given where I have used similar structure of data. So it's remembering it and it's giving me and it's saying I'm assuming it is still D33. If it's not, if it's more or less, you can automatically go here and update your formula. Next step is for the formatting where we need to highlight the data where the sales is less than the average sales. So let's see, it says select your entire data. Go to conditional formatting, new rule, then use a formula to determine which cells to format, and then use this formula. Let's go and do this. So it says select your data range, go to conditional formatting, then go to new rule, then use a formula to determine which cells to format. Paste in your particular formula from ChatGPT and let's just select. So if you see, wherever the sales is less than 524, it is giving it in green color. Let us put here 450 and you see the data automatically updates. So this is another example of conditional formatting. Here we have a category and here we once again have our same data. When we write the category, we want that categories to be highlighted. So let's see how to achieve this. So we put in our prompt where again we have given the structure of the data. My data is up to row 33. I have category and I want all values matching that category to be highlighted. So let's just see what it gives. It once again gives us a formula and the steps. So let us just copy the formula, select our range, go to conditional formatting, new rule, then select this and paste in your particular formula which has been given by ChatGPT. Then go here and select whatever color you want, and let's just do OK. So if you see, I have selected kitchen here, so all the kitchen is highlighted. Let us go here, books. So books are being highlighted, and electronics is being highlighted. So we have seen multiple examples, right from calculating the age of the person to calculating the time period between two dates. We have seen examples on, combining a name with a space or splitting a name, splitting commas. So ChatGPT can be used in multiple ways to get Excel formulas. It only depends upon how you write your prompts, and ChatGPT always gives you multiple alternates. If it doesn't give you alternate formulas, ask ChatGPT to give you alternate formulas, because certain formulas like text, join, filter, all these work in recent versions of Excel. It may not work in the older versions of Excel. And also, always remember to cross-check your data. Whatever formula ChatGPT gives, see that when you are using that formula, you are getting the correct results. It can be cases where you get incorrect results. So don't blindly take the formulas from ChatGPT and use it. Always verify them. So I hope you enjoyed this video. We will look at more videos of ChatGPT wherein we are using macros, we are creating data sets. So please be tuned in for those videos. Please subscribe to my channel if you like this video and hit the notification bell for more updates. Thank you for your time and have a nice day.